Welcome to League of Geeks. This is actually a show I do, not with Rob and not with Chris, but my co-host Sean and Steve.
There's 74 others that you do with us.
There are. My co-hosts can't be here. They're both on each opposite end of the coasts. But what we normally do with our show here, and before I get started, I'll let the guys introduce themselves, since people I'll be listening to them for the first time. Maybe, I don't know. So why don't you start, Chris?
Absolutely. My name is Chris Mao. I am co-owner of Blue Box Cafe in Elgin, Illinois.
This is Rob Southgate, keeping it green.
I was waiting for that. That's good.
That's right.
That's good. Steve will love that. And again, my name is Alil Kunica. And what we like to do is we like to start off the show with talking about our favorite stuff of the week. So just one thing.
Public place, censored stuff.
Censored stuff.
You can imagine what they say on their show.
Yes, we are an uncensored podcast.
Mr. Hanky.
So what we like to do is talk about like one thing we did, one geeky thing we saw, whatever. And, I was going to talk about Disney, but I could talk about that for days. So I'm going to talk about Pixels.
No. This is favorite stuff of the week?
What's it? What?
Hold on.
It's intermediate stuff of the week, but I wanted to talk about Pixels.
It's ass stuff of the week?
It wasn't that bad.
No?
Here's the thing with Pixels, and here's what I'm going to say.
Was it better than the Futurama episode? That it's just a ripoff of?
No, the Futurama episode
Was it better than Ghostbusters? Because this is Ghostbusters with 8-bit Atari figures.
No, it wasn't better than Ghostbusters.
Okay. I digress. Go ahead.
It doesn't have to. I mean, Ghostbusters is a pinnacle 80s classic.
Yeah, I love the all-female cast, too.
Well, is it better than the all-female cast of Ghostbusters? Yes.
How could you know that? I think it's going to be awesome. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right. So, with Pixels, you could take Adam Sandler out of the movie and cast him with anybody, and the movie would still be good. Like, he didn't bring his normal Adam Sandler-ness to it.
Okay.
And Kevin James, you'll love this. He was the president of the United States. It was awful. That part was awful.
So this was Idiocracy 2.
But the movie was... Peter Dinklage was so awesome.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask, because in the previews, this is where I turned. Remember, I have busted on this movie for months. Then we see a preview where it stops focusing on Adam Sandler and Kevin James, and it focused on Peter Dinklage, and I went, oh my gosh, this movie looks awesome.
And he wasn't in it as much as I'd hoped. But
like Bryan Cranston Godzilla type? Like 5 minutes?
Exactly. Yes. It's Bryan Cranston and Godzilla. But Peter Dinklage was so funny. Yeah. And there's this scene, all I got to say is if you see it, just remember Martha Stewart and Serena Williams and the Lincoln bedroom at the White House. That's all I got to say.
That's all you have to say. Now I'm going to watch it.
And Tyrion Lannister sounds like
I'm going to watch it.
Everything that Peter Dinklage said was awesome.
Yeah.
And Josh Gad was really good too.
Josh Gad can be really great. Yeah.
I really like Josh Gad because he played that the Opie type of guy, and
the Olaf-y type of guy.
He was Olaf, and then he had this great
Did he sing? Do you want to build some pixels? He sings in it.
He sings in it. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Oh boy. Jenny's making a face though. Did you like it, Jenny? You did. Yeah. How about you kids? Did the kids
Alex,
like it?
Did you love Pixels?
She's got the smiles about it. She's like, hey, this is good.
Right, okay.
That's good. I like it.
Right.
You know what? It was dumb entertainment.
Kid approved.
Dumb entertainment.
But
you know what? If you
Who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, well, you grew up in the 80s. Everything was an 80s reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's what they played on. They stole the Guardians of the Galaxy formula, but didn't do it as good at all.
Oh, well, I didn't think you needed to say that. Okay, so surprisingly, you turned me. I will watch it. Yeah, I am not paying for this movie. I was
going to say, give it 6 months to when you can watch it on streaming on Netflix or something.
Okay.
But I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not the best thing. I mean, you compare the movies that came out this month. Ant-Man was far superior.
We'll get there.
Okay.
All right. So is it somebody else's turn? Chris, you want to go? Favorite stuff of the week? Work, and more work.
Work, and more work, and a lot of work. But I will say recently, I don't do animated films, and I went and saw Minions and absolutely loved it.
Really?
I thought it was fantastic.
Minions.
Minions, it was great. I thought it was very. they have a lot of adult themes in it, which I thought was good. The kids loved it, but it was it was set in the 60s, so it was like the music was the 60s. It was set in England, which was kind of cool. I really liked it, and I for being throwaway guys in Despicable Me, I think they've hit a home run with these guys.
Not bad.
I liked it. I thought it was great.
You got applause on that one. Yeah. Yeah, we have been wanting to see this. In fact, Tuesday, if we hadn't been dealing with all the kitten stuff we had going on at home, that is my least favorite stuff of the week. Yeah. It would have been going to see Jurassic World coupled with Minions.
Nice.
That would have been our day. Instead, we did a lot of vacuuming and dealing with kittens. Let's leave it there. Unhappy about that. So
I heard
Minions. That was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was really enjoyable, and we talked about it. I don't have very much time to go see movies.
Yeah.
And Kathleen and her mom wanted to go see it, so I went along, and it was great. I loved it.
Awesome.
It was a good.
Very
it was
cool.
a good hour and a half. Whatever of my time. It was. I was
man,
dreading it. I was like, I can't believe we're going to see this. And 5 minutes in, I'm like, this is awesome. So
Yeah, we're going to see it. It looks good. So, okay. I'm not seeing Pixels in the theater,
That's fine.
but I'm going to see it, and I'm definitely seeing Minions in the theater. So that's a winner. For me, it's what you brought up. I went to a movie and stayed awake. I saw Ant-Man. Ant-Man was a fun, cool movie. Is it perfect? No. Are there things I could tell you that could be fixed, or were obviously like Edgar Wright left and those touches you can tell where some things happened? Yes. I don't care. It was great, man. I don't know how they pulled it off. You didn't see Ant-Man.
I have
though,
not
yet,
seen it.
but you did.
I did. They did
pulled
too.
it off. It was great. And here's the crazy thing. This also goes with my favorite stuff of the week. I've been reading my Marvel U comics all week. I got Marvel U, and I have never sat and read the Ant-Man standalone comics. And I thought, you know what?
Are the new ones or the old?
Well, if you go to Marvel U, it's not that I read Ant-Man that makes it my favorite stuff. It's they do this thing where they feature things. So they'll do a character profile, and they'll pick random, not so random, they're picking key stories. So they had the Ant-Man one, and I thought, you know what? Just before the movie, I read the first one, and it was a more modern take on it. It was one issue, kind of told the story. Funny enough, it didn't really match the movie. It had elements of it. I thought it was going to be like, okay, this is what they pulled it from.
Was it with Scott or Hank?
With Scott.
Okay.
Then I read the next ones, and it was Hank, and then it was Scott, and then it was like, these don't really match the movie, but there was stuff that was in the movie that was in there that I didn't realize, because I saw the movie before reading some of them, and there were all these little things like Cassie. I didn't know about Cassie hardly at all, and it made that character story so interesting, and oh my gosh, what happens to Cassie in the comics?
Yep.
Wow. Great movie. This Marvel U thing, if you don't have Marvel U and you love comic books, get it, man.
Yeah, I know so many people are against it. I don't know why, because
you know what? Nerd rage. That's why. It doesn't turn the way I want it to, or the things aren't perfect. I don't care. Does DC have an app like that?
I don't think so.
Does Image have an app like that?
Nope.
Yeah. Did Payback have an app like that?
Yes.
It was like Homer, remember that? Did Payback give up? Did Braveheart give up?
Of course they did.
Yeah, so favorite stuff of the week, it was all revolving around Ant-Man and Marvel.
I'm with you. I loved it too. So I'm going to leave it at that.
You got to see it, Chris.
I want to. Yeah.
It's a good time.
It was fun.
It's
I liked
not
it better than Age
Guardians
of Ultron.
Really?
Yeah, me too. It's not Guardians good, but it is better than Age of Ultron.
The more and more I thought about it, I liked it better than Age of Ultron.
Me too.
Well, is that because Age of
a better
Ultron is
movie.
very much it's just a summation. It's the all-star game of
Right.
Marvel.
It had no weight to it.
Right.
It was like
Exactly.
Ultron is here. Who cares?
Right.
And this one, there's actually something that happens that I don't know if everybody picked up on that actually is going to have probably huge implications down the road.
Do you mean the microverse?
Well, that is part of
Because
it.
that leads us to Micronauts and Rob the Space Knight.
How many
I'm
times
all
are you going
about
to
it.
bring him up?
Today we've had 12
Rob.
hours worth of it. Well, 9
That's
hours.
right. No, but there was a scene where they were trying to sell the suits,
Yes.
and you see the Hydra agent.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
nice.
gonna give it
Well,
away.
there was another. You also saw the 10 rings. still
right.
there.
Yeah, the 10 rings are still involved. It's like,
So Trevor,
what
not
is
done.
going on? Yeah, it seems like it's picking up on a lot.
All right. Yeah, with the Wasp. You mean the one with the
from
Winter
Civil
Soldier?
War. Well,
yeah,
from Civil War with Cap, Bucky, and yeah.
And that scene is that exact scene with Winter Soldier is in
the movie,
Civil War,
yeah.
but it might be different angles than that.
They
But
cut
that-
it right from the dailies.
Yep, it's right in there.
Oh, he is in there.
Ant-Man
He
is
already
totally-
filmed. He's
They've
in
already
there.
He
said
is,
he's gonna be
and
in.
they made
He's
it
in.
very obvious. The guy Falcon says, "I know a guy," and then it goes, "Boom! Ant-Man will return." Of course, it's Ant-Man.
Yes.
We need the Wasp to show up, but she
Well-
doesn't show up in that.
And they foretell that scene because Michael Douglas's character Hank Pym says the same thing. He's like, I know a guy, and his guy is Scott Lang, Ant-Man,
Right.
and that's how. And that's what they. That's
So
what they
that's
kept
the
saying it that
thing
way.
leading in. Yeah.
I know a guy.
All right, so there's
All right.
our favorite stuff of the week.
Favorite stuff of the week. All right, so we usually go next. And I'll just do one thing quickly, unless you guys have anything. I know you guys don't really collect toys, or not
I
anymore.
do. I just
Not
can't buy them anymore.
Not anymore. But we go to our toy box section, and I want to talk about a 7.5 foot tall, or not tall, but 7.5 foot long Baymax plush pillow mattress.
You know what? I'm not buying it, but I was going to bring it up too.
I tagged that. Did you see me tagging on Facebook?
Oh,
too?
no,
I tagged you on it. Yes.
Okay, I
did.
saw it. I
that.
posted
said
it.
a little, yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't. Yeah,
It's a puffy, awesome Baymax.
yeah. And if you guys don't know who Baymax is from Big Hero 6, an amazing character.
And it's like a big body pillow of Baymax.
Alil's gonna play him on Halloween. So
yeah, exactly.
and
Just paint.
paint.
And gross. And Jenny, just so you know, it's in a box at your house right now. He's already pre-ordered it. So,
I know it's only $400.
oh, it's only $400, Jenny. At least it's not the life-size hot toy of it, which is
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
yeah. Speaking of hot toys, I'm going to bring up another toy box because
All right.
you're in the toy box.
Go for it.
We talked about it earlier. What is it? 18 feet.
18 foot. Yeah.
18-foot Millennium Falcon from Hot Toys. 18 feet. You're making fun of me. It's 18 feet, isn't it, Alil?
Yes.
It is. It's 18
It's
feet.
1/6
Look at Edward's
scale.
over there
1/6
making
scale.
fun.
I can't believe
Maybe
the Millennium Falcons.
we talked about it on This
100
Week in
feet
Geek.
long.
Yeah. What is that? What's 18 times 6?
108 feet.
That's all it is. I thought it'd be bigger
huge.
than that.
No, I thought it would be smaller than that. It looks small.
What?
The Millennium Falcon looks smaller than 108 feet.
No, I don't think so.
I don't.
Look at it. Look at him when they stand in front of it. It's not that
The
big.
sad thing is Harrison Ford tripped over it when they were debuting and broke his leg
J.J.
again.
Abrams broke his back at the.
We're
Son
lifting
of a-
it up.
Yes.
He was
Chewie, I'm home.
No more lens flare.
The intro to episode 7 is going to be just like the beginning of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Harrison Ford comes walking and he trips over the little Millennium Falcon. Da, 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 boom.
Sidesteps it.
And sometimes on some shows he sidesteps at the others, and Chewbacca is Buddy.
Chewie, you're home, thud.
Chewie, I'm home. Chewie, I'm home. Welcome to the League of
I was
Geeks.
going to say, I don't even know what show we're on anymore.
I'm Steve, remember.
That's right. You're keeping it green.
Keeping it green.
Chris, do you have anything?
Not really. I'm not a big toy guy, so I apologize.
Get any Minion toys?
What?
Get
I was
any
going to say,
Minion
go
toys?
to McDonald's
I
and
got
get
some-
some.
No, you are. You have some Doctor Who stuff over here.
I
You could-
do.
You could highlight because you got some cool stuff over there.
Yeah, picked up some stuff in some cons. We've picked up some bookmarks and some buttons and a few little posters to sell here at the store. So
Cool stuff.
And
It's just the fact that there's Doctor Who toys like kind of
there are
flooding into the
so-
market now.
And I'm trying to. There were some of those you told me about the stuff that was at Walgreens. I picked up some of those and trying to get a number 11. I'm looking around, but
There you go.
that's about it. So
Well, I know we talked about this earlier, but
Not $400 though.
no.
no,
I know
I
we.
might
Well,
take the cockpit. The cockpit would be cool.
the cockpit would be cool, and you can put 3 or 4 figures in that.
Yeah,
I think
Wait, the
that's
Hot Toys one?
yeah,
yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about.
the Baymax.
Yeah, the Baymax. The cockpit. Yep.
Are we really getting to that
Yep.
level of
Nope.
this show?
Nope. Welcome to League of
Toilet.
Geeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Please use the cockpit joke tonight, please.
Of course I will.
All right.
But it'll
We're
be,
not on This Week in Geek. Why are you flipping through Joe Blow.
Because there was a few announcements I was going to make real quick.
Bring it up.
We talked about it this morning.
Is this TV news or movie news? What did we move into?
Well,
League of Geeks movie news.
There you go.
Thank you.
Channing Tatum's back on Gambit.
Wait, he's back on?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is this breaking news?
Yeah. The breaking news from like 2 hours ago.
We just
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
9 hours ago.
I was laughing
the
when I
guy down
saw
the
this.
river, and-
I flipped through it. It was like Hollywood Insider was like, he's back on, and I'm like, what?
No, apparently I bet his agents are too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was fun. I think the argument was he wanted his Magic Mike cast and he wanted more money.
Do you want
Wait.
Matthew McConaughey is going to be in Gambit?
Shut up. That would be awesome.
No, he's supposed to be Norman Osborn. That's who I want Matthew
That would be
McConaughey
great.
to
In
play.
Gambit?
No, but I'm saying in the Marvel Universe.
Magic Gambit?
Magic Gambit.
Could he do a
Look at that crossover.
With the
Is-
chest thing from
Is he going to do the Cajun accent? Because that is going to be...
I think, isn't he from
Terrible.
down south?
who?
Channing Tatum.
Well, that doesn't mean he's going to have the Cajun accent.
He says he can
Bill
do
Clinton
it.
didn't have a Cajun accent. He's from down south.
What are you talking about? Yes, he did. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing my Bill Clinton.
Were you going to do
I was
it?
gonna-
Oh,
You're not taking it.
that was so close.
Were you,
I'm
was
not,
it your
I'm
True
not
Blood
taking the
accent?
bait. I was about to do it. I'm not doing it. You try to get me to do impressions all the time. I'm not doing it.
I throw them out there all the time. They're all bad, and you can't do your one Bill Clinton.
Can't do it.
Okay.
So,
I'm Gambit.
I did not. Have,
you said that's what I was going to say.
I did not throw that card at that woman. That's terrible.
That's terrible. So
Hey,
with
thanks,
that,
Edward.
with
Thank
that,
you.
we get Channing Tatum back in the
Oh,
Fox
thank goodness.
universe.
so is he off Ghostbusters now? Does that mean he's off Ghostbusters?
No, because Ghostbusters is nowhere near ready
I know.
yet.
It's just
that's
written.
easy.
Well, it's written. They're going to sign somebody, and this is going to happen. And they wrote it for Channing Tatum and for Chris Pratt.
And they will probably
As
throw
every
them.
script in Hollywood
they'll-
is written
They'll
right
probably
now.
throw them $20 million apiece.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll do it,
Yep.
and they'll work around their schedule.
They're not going
Ghostbusters.
They're not going to get
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg to. Is it Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah.
To do the movie when Michael
Let's
Cera doesn't
talk
do it.
about Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
So he goes to Comic-Con and claims it's like genocide.
Yeah.
What an idiot! Like, you are going in to play an iconic character who is probably going to have a long-lived.
You're right. He's an
You know-
iconic villain, important to the DC universe. They're trying to establish this universe. They're not killing off Lex Luthor,
No,
and you walk in and antagonize.
insult everyone.
Yeah.
you insult your fan base.
Who
Yeah.
peed on his Cheerios because he was angry. I
Me.
don't know why he's angry.
Just a little squirt.
you?
Yeah, I don't understand why you would be angry. You were there. You were shooed in. You know, you see. There was a picture of him just looking all angry, and Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill are just like eating a sandwich, like laughing at each other, like talking about their
Ben Affleck and Henry
19-year-old
Cavill are
nannies.
high-fiving. Woo!
They're like, we're Batman and Superman. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't know if he was just doing
he
that
just trying to be the
to
villain?
embody Lex Luthor.
Right.
He's probably trying to be the
But
villain.
it's like, it's just, come on.
But you're antagonizing your fan base. I mean, and when you guys saw the preview, didn't you kind of think like, what a jerk? But not
He
like,
was.
But not like, what a jerk, he's Lex Luthor? What a jerk. It was like, Michael Cera
But
should
he
have been
plays-
Lex Luthor first.
Can
you imagine
Have
that?
you seen he was in an episode of Modern Family? You guys watch Modern Family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the
Well, we
same
did.
character where he was like the environmental neighbor.
Did he play Longinus or Pepper?
No, that's me. I'm Pepper.
You're Pepper? You're Longinus?
Sure. Absolutely.
No, but like he seems to always play that kind of like snooty character.
Yeah.
Like he's done one movie where I actually really liked him in, that was Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Zombieland's great.
And then
He was
outside
good
of
in
that,
Social Network, but he played that
but he
same
played
character.
the same
that
kind of
same
character.
guy.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like he could play the
He's got
social,
that like attitude-y
exactly.
thing.
Like I'm better than all of you, and yet I'm not.
Look at him. He's got the look, though. He's got the look. I don't know what.
Of Lex Luthor?
Well, I'm saying that's what
Or are you
he's
saying
that's
he's
the way
like-
he appears.
He's
got
like the
look.
it girl. You're like, yes.
Yeah, he looks. He just has that DB look. That's what he looks like. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Deep. All right, I was trying
He
to
does, but
decipher
like-
what you were saying. Yes, he does.
he has that. That's what he appears. I mean, he's acted that way. He looks the part. I don't know if he was just going with it, and he just made a bad calculated mistake or not.
He
so.
might have. I mean,
He might have. I don't know.
It's just so weird. You know, you're in this franchise, you're in this universe that they're building, and you're going to probably be in a dozen of these movies,
Right?
Because Lex has such a big part in a lot of this stuff.
And why didn't they cast Billy Zane? I'm just asking.
Like, well, because he's going to be in Spider-Man.
He's in.
No, did you hear about that?
No, what?
Yes, he's
All
in
right,
Spider-Man.
he's not officially.
Billy Zane is?
No, listen
I
to
like
this.
Billy Zane.
Listen to this. Okay,
Plus,
so
You
no,
ever
he's-
see Demon Knight? He's awesome.
I
in
hate
Demon
Billy
Knight.
Zane.
In
You know
Demon
why?
Knight, he's awesome.
You know why I hate Billy Zane? Because Billy
Titanic.
Zane has
No,
stolen.
you're thinking of Kevin James.
No, Billy Zane has stolen roles from Bruce Campbell that Bruce Campbell should have had. Bruce Campbell was up for the Phantom and should have been the Phantom because he would have made that movie so awesome.
Right.
But you know
And
what?
Billy Zane
that might have been a good
destroyed it.
sidestep. You might want to send a gift basket to Billy Zane because that movie was terrible.
You took my role. Here's the check.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still Bruce Campbell, and you're that guy from the Phantom.
Yes.
He still has Back to the Future on his resume, but no, like so. A reportedly leaked cast list came out, and it had Billy Zane playing the Vulture.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe it. It looked like a screenshot from somebody's like
William's making
19
that screenshot right now, so yeah, I doubt it's real.
yeah, he's just like, here, I wrote this script.
Yeah, right.
down.
Hey,
And,
look.
and the people who reported on it is like, here, I could do the same thing. And they had Idris Elba listed as every character at this point. Aunt May, Idris Elba.
I'd like to see him as Aunt May.
He's a white.
But they said so. Jason
one-man
Biggs, Jason Biggs is rumored to play Matt Gargan, the Scorpion.
Does anyone want to see American Pie playing the Scorpion?
That's.
I do not want to see that.
I was just like, what is? But here's what I really like.
The only one that would be worse is the guy that plays Oz playing from American Pie playing the Scorpion. He'd be terrible.
He was a terrible actor anyway.
Oh.
But here's one casting that I liked a lot was Hugh Laurie as J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh,
That's
he'd be
excellent.
fantastic.
That's
I was just
excellent.
like,
Make that one happen.
I was like, holy cow, that would be awesome.
Yes.
Please do that.
You know what? Marvel does a good job with its casting. I don't see, unless there's something about Jason Biggs that we don't see, that's not real.
No, it can't be. I mean, and
It
you know what?
can't
Maybe
be.
some of it is.
But somebody's going to look at that Hugh Laurie and go, oh.
Because I did.
I thought that's awesome.
I'm knocking down stuff.
Uh-oh.
No, because I
Spider-Man talk started. A little got
did.
excited.
I'm like, Spider-Man?
Yep.
No, but because I didn't
he
think
likes Spider-Man, doesn't he, Jenny? Just a little bit.
I didn't think anybody would be better than J.K. Simmons.
You
in that
wouldn't,
role.
But Hugh Laurie.
And then I'm like, then I
really
think
be-
Hugh Laurie.
Hold
I'm
on,
like,
imagine
I love
House.
House. Yeah,
House is-
exactly.
House
No,
is-
House is so good. I'm like,
House
if he was
angry
playing House
at Peter Parker.
He out quirkies J.K. Simons like by.
What if they just did
multitude.
House, but then threw in Peter Parker as one of his interns, and that was the show?
Olivia
So
Wilde.
you've got to with Olivia Wilde,
So
yes,
it's
as Spider Gwen
Wait a minute. It's a House episode now in the Marvel Universe.
with Peter Parker.
With
So the
Peter Parker.
We don't need the Daily Bugle anymore because people just get their news on the internet and Twitter.
Okay.
So you don't need. You have House, and you have Peter working for House.
That'd be a real house party, wouldn't it?
It would be, but I'm.
Would it be
Yep.
a dead man's party? Sorry.
Kid
Had to go
play?
80s.
Are we watching?
I don't know. What happened?
I don't know. I forgot now what else.
Where are
I
we
had.
at now? Asa Butterfield. No.
Yes.
Asa.
No. Oh, is there something about him?
Sure.
Is he playing Jesse Eisenberg in the
the
biopic
in the
of
Jesse
Jesse Eisenberg?
Eisenberg movie?
And then where are they now on VH1? What happened to
No,
Jesse
Michael
Eisenberg?
Cera is going to play Jesse Eisenberg in the Lifetime biopic.
You know what though? You know what though? Like Marvel needs to cast Michael Cera as a villain now,
Oh yeah,
just to do that.
And make him
make it fantastic.
incredible. Do you know what that would do? That would be amazing. What villain could he be? There's I mean, he could be that. You know, there's something there.
Yes.
What
Just a-
young villain could Michael Cera be?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
young-
You know what?
Villain.
Michael Cera can play like Harry Osborn, and make him then go into the Green Goblin role.
Yeah. Don't make him Venom because we already saw what happens with that. That do not make him Venom. Stop
No,
it.
because I think if they do a Venom again, I think
but
they're going to go
Carnage,
Asian Venom.
Whoa, he could be Carnage.
Oh, he could play Cletus Cassidy.
Yes, he would be interesting as Cletus.
Like this crazy psychotic serial killer, like
Yes.
Elijah Wood was in the remake.
In
but
The Hobbit.
Not the
Yes.
Like in Sin City when he was the crazy.
Yes,
guy
which was so awesome.
That was,
what was he? We had
that
the
was
white.
creepy. That was like
Oh, that was
goosebumps
fantastic.
with him. So,
So you put Michael Cera in that.
We're
type
not talking
of role.
about Goosebumps. That preview looked terrible.
yeah.
With Jack Black. Come on, that's
It actually looked awesome, and I wanted to see it.
I actually want to see Goosebumps.
It looks so much better than Pixels, and now you've sold me on Pixels. How good is that? Look, it looks like I can't tell if it's terrible greatness or great.
Yeah.
The only problem with Goosebumps is
It doesn't make any sense.
Is Jack Black. Like I'm like, what are you doing in this?
I don't know
Like
what he's
it's
doing
like,
in it.
don't-
He just needs to be School of Rock or whatever
Or
the other one.
HD. Just be
Just be Tenacious
the D.
They're channeling all the Kung Fu Panda love that he's got. He's got all the kid, The
Yeah, but you know what?
the
They
juice
tried
with
to do that once with Gulliver's Travels.
And they almost did it with Green
I'm
Lantern.
sorry, I feel like I dropped a stink bomb in here after that one. Green Lantern?
He was supposed to be Green Lantern before Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm trying to decide which is worse.
Because they wanted to make it a comedy.
Oh, they didn't still make it a
did.
comedy?
Well,
What? Oh, it was a laugher, but not a
They
comedy.
made it a flop, but not a comedy.
Oh, wait, that was a groaner, not a comedy.
Yeah. So,
The
yeah,
Hot Wheels thing.
Jack
I
Black
could
was
never
supposed-
let that go.
I think that's why Jack Black hates superhero movies now, because of everything he went through for that.
You know what? If he was offered the role of the Rhino, he would take it in a
I'm
heartbeat.
sure he'd take something, yeah.
But why? They screwed that up. They had Paul Giamatti as the Rhino and screwed it up.
Because it's Sony and a Mark Webb.
Right. But Paul Giamatti is fantastic.
Wait, what?
I don't care what it was based on. It was terrible. It was terrible. And then with the kid at the end, you know what? Let's go punch Sony in the nose.
They already got that done by those
Let's
hackers.
go punch Fox in the nose.
Those hackers already punched him in the nose more than enough for...
Somebody needs to punch Fox in the nose, too, because quick, before X-Men comes out. Not X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. All right,
I hear
all right.
David Duchovny's up for Gambit. It's just in.
David Duchovny?
Yeah, right.
Breaking news.
Yeah. All right, we're almost done. What else do you got? We interrupted. We filibustered. Welcome to This Week in Geek. I'm keeping it green.
Same thing.
This week
That's
in League of
basically it
Geeks.
is. Except we swear more.
Yeah. So what else? What else you got, League?
That's it. I'm done.
That's it? Don't we have the stuff we hate of the week?
Well, we do. We can do that because I didn't want to take that too long. So go ahead.
We could do a little
What-
bit. Do you got
what are we
anything
doing?
you hated this week?
Anything
They
you-
always do the stuff they hated.
We call it our.
Yeah, I hated that I had to salt our house. That's what I hated because we took in kittens and we had a little issue and we had to clean for
issue?
like 3 days. Yes.
I hated that I got sick and I had to drive 2 days back from Disney.
Yeah.
Dude, that's horrible.
Chris hated the 12-hour podcast marathon in hour 9.
I've hated it all, and I'm here for 9 hours.
This is like I hate that you guys are in
hate
in
you.
my restaurant. If I
It just
can't-
got real personal.
I don't hate this. I hate the leading up to this. It's been a crap ton of work.
Yeah,
But
right.
it's okay. It's good.
But no, it's all for a good cause.
No, this
You
is
know,
wonderful.
it's-
Today is wonderful, so I'm
I got
very happy.
2 more favorite things that I'm going to throw out.
Go for it.
And they're just, one is recent, one is today.
Being in
2
our
weeks
presence.
ago, we did a special edition of This Week in Geek for the San Diego Comic-Con. It was not by any stretch the normal lineup. It was Alil, Jack, who's on Enough Said, and Steve from League of Geeks was the surprise mystery guest. My favorite thing was trying to make it seem like it was a celebrity, and Alil
I wanted to kill him.
yeah, walking right into it. And then Sean called, and I had so much fun doing that. Second favorite thing happened today. This is the first time in a couple of months the real team for This Week in Geek.
I counted 6 weeks, I think it's been.
6 weeks.
It's been a long
5 or
time.
6,
Chris,
yeah.
Alil, Edward, and me. We were back here doing the real This Week in Geek. Man, that was the best.
Is it This Week in Geek, semicolon, assault of Edward?
Yes, I just had the best time. I'm having a great time with all of this, but that show, like, I just loved that interaction. That was awesome, and I'm just enjoying all of it. So I want to throw that one out there.
Awesome. Well, it's a good time.
Is that it?
That's it.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. This was the League Geeks shortened version because normally we're 3 hours long.
This is Optimus Prime.
There you go.
You've been listening to the League of Geeks. No one out there gets the joke
League
except
of
Lil.
Geeks.
No, that's the ending. Our ending credits.
That's voiceover.
I am Optimus Prime. close. I want to hear your impression.
No.
No.
I am Optimus Prime. Hello.
See, he does an
Edward's
impression.
impression.
He does an Edward impression all the time.
That's the only one I'll do. Hi, I'm Edward.